Hello, everyone. Welcome to Abnormal Investigations. I hope everybody's having a good night. We got a lot of fun things planned for y'all tonight, and we got a lot of photos and audio that we're going to go over from the last boots on the ground from last week. So I'm excited to do that. I see a lot of you in the chat have a lot of questions, a lot of empathy and things that we will discuss here in just a second. I wasn't planning on getting into that tonight, but I guess the word has spread, and probably purposely but we will address that. No biggie. Um, so what I'm going to go ahead and bring Jesse on. Let's see here if I can get everything to work right. I got some screens up tonight that way I can see everything that's going on. Hello, Jesse. How are you tonight?
Hello, I am good. How is everybody?
Everybody is rocking and rolling. Looks like we got a lot of questions in here tonight. Looks like some drama has spilled over, but it ain't gonna be nothing. It ain't gonna be handled real quick. Um, so I guess what we will do is I will go ahead and I think Patricia was asking, uh, Catherine was asking, a few people were asking about Scott B. Scott B is no longer allowed in the chat. We're not going to discuss why or anything. Just went against our guidelines. We're strict on our guidelines. And as we always say, we are always open to spirited debate. But when it comes to drama or any other thing of that nature, we're not going to be involved. That doesn't mean that what people are saying is right, wrong, or indifferent. We're just not going to be part of it. We're not going to air it. Um, I think drama needs to be settled off the air, not on the air. It does not mean that I am not friends with Scott. It does not mean that me and Scott don't like each other. It's just sometimes people have disagreements. And it doesn't mean that we don't like each other. It just means that we both have to do what we feel is right for each other and as men and as people of honor. And I respect his decision. I wish him well. And I hope that everything goes good for him. We haven't blocked each other. We still have an open line of communication. So we'll leave that where that's at. Uh, a lot of people have asked about Brooks. Brooks is taking care of some personal issues. She has some personal things going on, and she needed time to go address those, to spend more time with those, to have more time to take care of some things going on in her life. And we, again, still in contact with her, still love her. She just has things that she has to take care of. We all end up sometimes in life where we have things that should come up that we need to give more attention to. And I tell all my moderators always, your family is first. Always take care of your family. So, with that being said, does anybody in the chat have any questions before we start moving on to tonight's show? No, Michelle, nobody's passed away. All right, looks like no questions.
Nope.
All right, well, moving on. Tonight, I want to thank, before the show started, Janice Blake made a large contribution to the channel. So we want to thank her for that. We also had another person that made a large contribution to the channel, said they want this to go toward helping Hunter, was another very large contribution. We want to thank the anonymous person. And then we had another person that does not want to remain anonymous that also made a contribution for Hunter before the show. And that was Sunshine, is the name that they go by, is Sunshine. So we want to thank them very much for their support and for everything that they're doing to help us out. It means a whole lot to us. Uh, we do have a merch store now. So go over, check out the merchandise. I have one shirt on there that I just totally mangled. I doubt anybody's going to buy that one or like that one. It looks like trash. I told Jesse it looked like trash. Not a big fan of it. We'll try to get that link out more. I know a lot of people can't find that link. A lot of people's been asking me about that link. So we will have to find a way to get it out. A little bit. I don't know. I think I need to still put it on the YouTube. Didn't you say?
Yeah, you still need to add it to the YouTube page.
So we'll try to do that. And I'll throw it in the chat one more time. Get in there. That is the link to the store. There it is. And I think we do have one item in there that is a limited time only. So it's only going to be there for a limited time. My personal favorite in the shop, honestly, is the coffee cup. Would have to be one of my favorite things. And probably the white hoodie with the new logo I made. No, Jesse made. Uh, there's a white
That is
hoodie in there.
that is not up there, is it? It's not done.
It's on there.
Oh my gosh. It's
It is.
not done.
That will be a limited issue also because as soon as she gets everything corrected, it'll be pulled off and it'll be fixed also. Um,
I can't believe you put that up there.
you sent it to me. You know how I am.
Oh gosh.
This is a cryptid community. We share everything, personal or not. You got to put it on there. I want to also offer prayers for the people right now fighting wildfires all over the United States right now. There's a lot of wildfires going on right now, and I'd like to offer prayers to them. A lot of people's losing a lot of things right now, so I hope that I've got a bead in the coffee mug too. I got a. I'm lost. What's Lisa Ann saying? Help me out.
Oh,
That must be some of that Appalachian talk.
or she's had too much coffee. Oh, Silver Bullet wants to know if it comes with coffee.
Nope, you got to buy your own coffee or Louisiana tea if that's what you like. Uh, Tonight we are going to be discussing some things that may not be for everybody. Jesse and I spoke about some things today that were almost downright scary.
Mm-hmm.
We got some recordings we're going to play tonight. And as always, I want to warn you if you are using a hearing device, some of the audio on some of these recordings can be very loud and they can damage your hearing. So I want to put that warning out there that some of these can be very loud and kind of like me hooping right in your ear before I forget to warn you. I've done that a few times, I think.
Yeah.
And then, of course, tomorrow night at 11:40 p.m., we have the Halloween special. We're going to be taking a very long walk in the dark at 11:40 p.m. and then going into Halloween night, where the locals have told us not to go. I I made a little something special for everybody tonight. I want to. Man, this camera's crazy as hell. There we go. Damn it, Anthony! I told you to have this shit done. But anyways, whenever we
Gotta get that in there.
whenever we whenever we go out, we have been warned not to go to this place throughout the regular year at night, let alone on Halloween night. So this place, Mom, you're gonna have to turn that down. I got bad feedback. So Halloween night, honest to God, I mean, yeah, it's one of those things I look forward to doing, but I mean, it could be really bad. I mean, it could be one of those things that you do that you really, really regret. So I think that'll be really interesting. You hear that? We've already got a demon in the house now.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I think everything waits for you to go live, then it all just gets stupid.
Yep.
But anyways, we're gonna go down there. It's gonna be quite a long walk. It's gonna be in the dark, and I made a little thing to show everybody something tonight. I know I've told a lot of you that the city is underwater now, and I know you all see a lot of the old roads down there and stuff, and it may not make sense to you. So, what I done is I went and got some of the old photographs from the old town before it was placed underwater, and I took the names out because I knew some of these people, and my family knows a lot of them because my family lived down there. But it's going to kind of give you an idea of the area that we're investigating, of how it was back then. It was the old days, and a lot of that stuff down there is very old with a lot of history. So I don't know. I think you all will. I'm just going to go ahead and play it, and y'all can look at it. And then if you have any questions, but I just put it together as a short little video so y'all can kind of see what it looked like. Let's see here if I can find it real quick. Yes, right here. There's a Native American lady in it, which really kind of was strange that Sarah saw a woman in a white dress at this location. And you'll notice there is a woman in a white dress at the location that we investigate. I didn't know that till today. So here's a short video on that. It's one of the old home sites and the families that live down there. So you can kind of see kind of the stuff that you're walking over when you're down there, the history, and of course there was cemeteries and stuff like that too.
Look at that mustache.
Man with a round hat. Yeah, they're uptown. They're uptown right there. That's when they was actually starting to drive down the roads across the old bridge that me and Sarah touched last night. They would have drove those cars across that.
It's pretty cool.
So I thought it was I thought it was cool to kind of show people a little bit, of kind of the history of the area down there.
Yeah.
Um, Last night when we went out, man, the wind was so terrible, the dust was so terrible at the first place that we wasn't even really hardly even able to investigate there. I mean, we stayed there for a while, but it was what was weird. Jesse brought this up is the wind was loud, but the voices were so clear.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about, is that because it's coming from somewhere else?
That's my
We're
guess.
not real sure about that, but and then it also makes you wonder a lot of things. Actually, I mean, astral projection was kicked around. Uh, we talked about, you know, these voices that we're hearing down there. They are definitely, they're not friendly. I mean, they're not saying friendly things. They're not saying like, hey, come and see me. Uh, a lot of it was leave and stuff like that. So it wasn't real friendly. I found something interesting. The gentleman that does the audio, he tagged one particular thing that really caught my attention. Is he said some of these noises that you're hearing are so high on the sound spectrum that humans are not making these noises. Uh, he sent me a audio, and I saved the audio for last, the good one. Well, there's actually two. I saved it for last
Mm-hmm.
that we will play. One was when we started getting ready to leave, and then after we heard the other one was when we did leave the area. Um, hold on one second. Does anybody want a cat? My God. But anyway, um, the voices he said were not no way human. He has, I'm guessing, a lot better computer technology, and he's a lot better at it than I am. And he said there's no way that these voices are human. Um, but I guess there would be some concern in some of the words that we caught. I guess what they were saying. Uh, but then Jesse caught on to something.
And how they were saying it too. But yeah,
Check that out. I'm using my iPad, and it just died. It was fully charged. I
that's
was u-
strange.
I was using it to watch chat while I did this, so I can't see chat right now. I don't know why it did that. It was just I charged it today. So, but anyway, it's a good thing the computer's plugged in. Unless they turn off our power, we'll be all right. Uh, go ahead and tell them your thoughts on that. What you was thinking, because you noticed some things.
I noticed a few things. I don't know, what was I supposed to
The one thing you noticed
I noticed a few
that
things.
I
I don't know,
thought
what was
was really cool is you was comparing some of the voices, and you said that they sound like they're some maybe the same being or
Oh, well, yeah, so there were some voices that were very similar from the night before. So, like, they're almost following you, they're the same being. There was a couple times where voices were coming through and speaking, but they were clearly like maybe two different sounds, like two different children. There was one in particular that seemed to be following you around, and that was the same one. Um, my guess is it was following you from all the different locations from yesterday and the day before, you and Sarah, because it almost followed you when you guys moved and everything too. But that was that voice that kept saying leave, and the final thing at the end of the video too. That was very creepy. But
it kind of made a reference to saying we don't know what it is.
mhm.
And I don't know if it said that because it was angry or if it was trying to deceive us, confuse us, because
I think,
they are the master of deception.
yep, I think that it is really trying to cause deception. And that's the same voice that seems to be repeated coming through a lot of the EVPs. It's almost like it's getting stronger too. It's getting
Do you think it's because we're visiting some of the areas that we're visiting is maybe because it's in the same general location
that would be my guess.
and they're maybe getting tired of us like going to their house every night, you know? It's like one
I,
night's okay, we can tolerate it, but man, this guy just keeps coming back. You
well,
know,
it did tell you to leave several times last night.
yeah, and it was saying leave.
Yep.
So, you know, what is this guy doing down here? Walking around whistling at us and shining lights everywhere. And, you know, Sarah's down there sneezing. She was sneezing a lot. So it was probably like, these people are so annoying. But no, it was, and if it is following us, then you have to look at the hitchhiker effect too.
Yeah.
You know, it's, of course, when we moved the first time, we didn't move that far. We just went a little ways because we wanted to get out of the wind. And then we saw the eyes up in the tree. I don't know
Hmm.
for sure what that was. I haven't got to go over all of that, but you couldn't see it well enough to tell what it was. You could just see that something was watching us. Uh, then we started getting that really weird noise, and I got to thinking, surely that thing is not what was making that noise, or I hope it wasn't.
Which noise? The hissing noise or the?
No, it was like a clock, 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 clock. You know, like a predator, like the movie Predator, how it growled. Done that click, 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 click.
Hmm.
But this was like more. It was louder. It was more of a wood sound, but kind of the same.
Oh, okay. I do remember hearing that.
It was weird.
Hmm.
But whatever it was, I mean, it was very intent on watching us because it just kept like watching us around the tree. Um, we did catch one photograph here that was sent in, and I'll show it to you here. I
That's
couldn't
two
see a lot,
different. That's supposed to be two
but
different
of course, I'm
things.
not the
Yeah.
best at that. Yeah, it's really hard for me to see those, but some people do see what I don't see.
Hmm.
So I'm not real sure. And then we also got the eye shine here that was sent, and you can see that is pretty large eye shine there,
That's pretty clear.
and that's not something small. Looking around that tree,
No.
yeah. So it's definitely taking a look at us, whatever it is. Uh,
In
it's
that
hard to
second,
explain what it feels like down there because whenever you go down there, there's such a heavy feeling. What is it?
I was just saying that second one, is that the whole head? Like those are two different photos, or that's the same photo and then one's blown
Uh,
up?
I believe it's two separate.
Okay. Because it's almost like you can
Sarah
actually
says she sees a
see.
face.
Yeah, it almost looks like it's screaming. If I'm looking at it correctly, maybe.
So I'm not sure exactly what that was. It was watching us either. Now that road that we walked up on, I've never been all the way down that road. And whenever we started walking down that road, I saw something run in front of us. Remember that?
Hmm.
It ran right in front of us and it made like a weird whoop sound. And I saw it running it. I think I even made the comment that looks like somebody because when it ran across the road, I could see the arms. That was the main thing I saw was the arms moving, like somebody running. Except for it was brown. It was like a tree brown, and there was no like a man wears jeans and a shirt. You got two different color patterns, even if it's
Hmm.
lighter and darker. There was no difference in the color pattern. It was just this thing was all one color, which would make me want to say that you're dealing with fur or hair.
Right.
But it wasn't big. I mean, it was no bigger than a normal human that I would expect to see if somebody was running. I mean, it wasn't like it was this huge enormous creature that two strides went across the road. It was nothing like that.
So you think it could have been a person?
I don't because of the location.
Okay.
I'm going to try to explain to the people so they kind of understand what I'm talking about. Sarah will understand a lot too. Oh, you see something?
Yeah, she said it reminds her of people that used to put on ram heads and do rituals.
Well, Sarah, we're going to be praying for you tonight. uh, to kind of give you all the idea of where we're at without telling you where we're at, because for safety reasons, you all know that we're stalked and shot at and everything else, allegedly. Um, there's this road, say, that runs down to where you're at, but this road that runs to where you're investigating is also off of a dirt road that is very secluded.
Mm-hmm.
So you're driving off of a secluded, maintained dirt road onto a more of a non-maintained road, which this road is used primarily for the Corps of Engineers. So you got huge rocks on it. It's, you blow your tire out down there. You can't go gripe to them and say, "Oh, you had bad rocks." They're going to tell you it's not for recreation. It's for floodplain control. So I mean, it is an access road, but it's not the kind of access road that you would have on a regular gravel road. So when you go down this road, probably approximately a quarter of a mile on both sides of this road, you have a swamp. It's a deep culvert, which has low lying water, probably 2 to 3 foot deep, primarily. Probably deeper spots, with holes or whatever. But it's got a real thick green moss on top of it. I mean, nasty, nasty. The water is thick, just stinks. That stagnated water that just sits there. It's full of snakes. It's full of everything that lives in there. And we have large water moccasins down there. We have copperheads. We have rattlesnakes. Primarily water moccasins in that area. So if you were to wade through that and to sneak down to where we was at, then you have to go through very heavy underbrush with cockleburrs. You got locust trees with thorns on them about that long. So you're going to have to make your way through all that and whatever bugs, spiders, snakes. And then you're going to hit another swamp, which is further in and part of the lake, which is kind of an eddy. And it's actually around 8 to 10 foot deep. So you're going to be wading, and the bottom of that silt on some of these can be 2 to 3 foot deep. So you could get stuck in these. And then you're going to come out of that, and then you're going to go another half a mile, and you're going to hit another swamp. But this swamp actually might be a little worse than the other two because it has a huge culvert that runs actually into the lake and into the swamp. And there's no telling what has slithered up through there into that swamp. And there's no normal human going to walk through all of that. I mean, I got friends that hunt and fish, crawdads, walking the junk, whatever. And they'll tell you, I'm not walking through all that at night because you just don't know what's under it.
Uh-huh.
And not to mention, they've been finding alligators in Oklahoma.
Really?
They got one at a lake around here called Claremore Lake. How long was it? Like 12 foot, Mom? Like a 12 foot gator.
Holy cow.
Definitely ruin your day. So,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm so sure that there's nobody else down there. And if y'all live in the country, you know that if you live in the country, how far away, if you're out in the country by the lake, there's no other noise. How many of you know how loud is a car driving down a gravel road? If you've lived there, you know. You can hear people coming from quite a ways off.
Uh-huh.
And it's pitch quiet. Y'all can hear that on the live. So I'm pretty sure that whatever we ran into down there was, I'm going to say, not human. I don't know what it was. I can't classify it into any cryptic group because I don't know. I just know that what I saw run across the road resembled how a human would run and how a hominid, I guess would be the scientific, would run. So that's all I can tell you. And I know that it made a whoop instead of yelling at us or something like that, it chose to make a whoop, which I think is it's weird because if you go to the woods, it's deer season right now. So you're running around in the woods in a brown suit, making whoop noises in a county full of rednecks. I mean, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so I'm pretty sure it's not human. Uh, you know, Mom was hearing things that was bothering her over the video. Uh, what was it you heard? You said you didn't like the work. It was the worst. It's the deep roar, the growl. She did not like.
Yeah. That happened twice, I think, last night.
And another thing, do you think at that roar that we're hearing? I saw your curtain move behind you, and I was
Oh,
thinking,
I got the windows open. It's 76 degrees out.
I'm running late, but I'm here. Uh, but uh, you, Mom said to tell you hi for her, Randy. Um, I lost my train of thought now. I have other conversations. Um, the growl. Could the growl be the voice that's talking also? Do they sound the same?
It sounds very, very much the same. I think it is the same.
So do you think whatever's talking to me is also growling at me?
Mm-hmm. Yep, which is why I don't think it's cryptid.
Starfire, I agree 1,000,000% with you. Absolutely. What? I'm not. Uh, sorry. Mom thought I was being cranky to Randy. I wasn't being cranky. I was being nice. I've just got so many things on my mind right now. And I have conversations. No, Randy does an excellent job. We're proud to have Randy. I'd like to have Randy's computer also. And I'd
Yeah.
be really happy. I'll trade you a feather for it, Randy. A special one. Uh, but no, I agree. There's probably no telling how many things down there that have not been discovered. Everybody talks about Sasquatch, werewolves, Dogman, and I'm going to stop. I'm just going to tell you all right now. I already talked to Jesse about this. I'm going to stop using the word Dogman. I don't like that name. Whenever I talk to the shaman, if you would have saw the look they had when I said that name, they were like, "Okay, yeah, okay." you know." So I mean, and I believe it's a newer name, isn't it? Wasn't that like the '80s they came out with
Yeah.
that name? So it's really, I don't know. It was just funny. Uh, but the growling thing. Did we hear the growling thing? And I'm trying to remember because we done two boots on the ground back to back. I don't want to run them into each other. Did we hear the growling thing with Sarah last night?
Yes.
So it was present on a solo and
Wait,
then on the
28. Yes, both. Uh huh.
so on
Yeah,
both.
because I marked them down.
Um, so really, we're getting the same EVPs, encounters, and stuff that we are with Sarah
Mm-hmm.
right now, with or without. The Mama. Have we heard Mama? Uh, I think one of the videos we're going to play, or one of the audio clips we're going to play tonight, and sorry about that. One of the clips we're going to play tonight, he put down. See if I can find it here. Yeah, it's going to be one of the first ones I play. He said he believed that it said "Yeah, Mama." I hear something else. I'm not going to tell y'all because I don't want to. But I want to see if you all hear, because I hear something else. I do hear "Yeah," but I don't hear "Mama." So I want to see if you all can hear the same thing. Also, Jesse said something today I thought was pretty scary. Um, I'm going to tell a story. Should I tell them what happened today?
Sure, why not?
You think so?
Kind of gave me the chills.
Well, that's why I called you.
I could tell right away in your voice too. You're like,
All
uh-oh, like what?
right, guys. There was something happened today that I cannot explain that happened to me today in this house. And I don't know, we tried to come up with some theories and stuff, but I was cooking and I had cleaned a pot with just room temperature water and I set it in the sink and I'd left water in it because I was cooking, I was letting it soak and I was going to clean it out. And while I was cooking, there was a butter lid, the little butter lids, off of the little country crock butter. I keep those little butter bowls because they make good containers for stuff. So I took it and I tossed it into the pot of regular, not hot water at all. And it had been a while, probably 20, 30 minutes. Um, I was standing there and I heard behind me like click, 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 click. And it was enough that I turned and looked and I didn't see anything. And I was like, that's really strange. So I kept cooking. I think I was cooking eggs actually at the time. And while I was cooking the eggs, I heard like a pop, like something hit the counter, kind of like a boom. And I looked toward the sink, and of course there was nothing there. And then I started cooking again, and it goes boom like that. And I turned, and the water had splashed up to the ceiling, which was about 3 to 4 foot. The water fell, went everywhere, and the lid flew out of that pot and landed over in front of the ice box, which is about 8 feet. So I rebuked it in Jesus' name. I called Jessie when it happened to tell her what was going on because I was the only one home. And then all of a sudden, Kaylee's dog Luna, and Jessie heard her. She started going crazy, barking at the corner in there, and there was nothing there. I was trying to calm her down. She was having a fit at the corner, and then she just took off running and ran to mom's room, jumped on her bed, and went under her pillow. So I rebuked it in Jesus' name, whatever was going on. I got rid of it. But Jessie wanted to tell me something, and I told her she couldn't tell me at the time. She wanted to talk about the clicking. So now is your choice. Now is your chance.
Oh, now you're gonna make me tell you.
I didn't want you to tell me when I was alone.
There have been other
Yeah.
channels that I have seen where they have captured things in their homes, and the clicking noise is actually through other things that they have done. They've actually captured either dog prints or three-toed claw prints walking through their houses.
You're making me wonder something now. Remember, we had a guest on, Mr. Travis Carpenter, that talked about
Mm-hmm.
his dad having wet footprints through his kitchen.
Yep.
So
Yep.
does that? And I'm not comparing myself to him at all. He was his own legend. I'm just asking questions based on the information I have from what he experienced and what we know. Are we getting close to finding out? Are we getting close to the no?
I believe so. Um, and again, like the voice that you guys captured last night, um, I think it's deception. You don't know what I am. I think you do know what they are, and it's trying to give you some type of doubt.
Right. Yeah, me and Jesse talked about that, but I always bless, my car. We say a prayer. So I don't, I'm not saying something can't follow you home because I know that it can, but it was just really weird. And then the dog going crazy, everything happening simultaneously with the water busting straight up in the air, the flying out, the dog ran. I mean, she ran straight to the corner and was just, you heard her having
Mm-hmm.
a fit like there was somebody there and she was going to bite him.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden she just turns and runs into the bedroom like she's scared to death. She wouldn't even come out of my mom's room.
Yeah.
So it was really weird. Uh, Down the hallway toward where Kaylee sleeps, it sounded like something was like scratching and beating on the. It was weird. It's like it went all over the place up in there, and then it just stopped. And I had a person tell me today that last night when me and Sarah was at the last location, I saw what they call the Hat Man, and they say he's really bad about following you home. And Christians have had a hard time kicking him out of their house. He's supposed to be a very strong being that really takes a lot of faith to fight him. If you have
Mm-hmm.
fear in you, then they say it's not going to work because he will live off of your fear. So that was the first time I've ever seen anything like that. Was last night. It made me run. Jesse mentioned that.
Yeah, I said I was surprised Sarah had to stop you from running.
I was ready to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Brenda G. Good to see you. Um, it was a wild night. So, how many of y'all are ready to get into the audio files? Drop me a one if you're ready. That's why you're here, right? Y'all ain't here to listen to us talk about this. Nose is itching. Let's see if we can get over onto the other page. There we go. Ah, look at all the ones. See, y'all ain't here to listen to us. You're here to listen to what we find. Hey, we might find a lot tomorrow night. Our next boots on the ground sit down might be really good. Be like, well, yeah, you know, I lost my sister Sarah,
You know
and
what, Sarah? I say the next time he decides to run, you let him run and let him get caught.
go ahead, Mike, run. uh, okay, guys, I'm not going to be able to see chat real well. I got it on my phone, but I still can't see it real well because my iPad died. But I'm going to show you one last photograph, and then we're going to get into the audio, and we're going to discuss the audio and what we think about it. But here's another photo that was sent in by Mike. Thank you so much, Mike, for the hard work you do. We appreciate you so much, and we couldn't do these shows without you, man. It really means a lot to us. We have this photograph here. It's kind of hard to see in that photograph, but I do have one that I want to show you that I zoomed it in and tried to clean it up a little bit. Do you see anything in that photograph?
Looks like eyes.
I think I can see eyes and a mouth sometimes when I look at it, but I
Yeah.
don't know if my pareidolia is getting at me. And then I went ahead and blew it up for everybody because I want y'all to be able to see. And this one really, I can see stuff in this one.
Mm-hmm.
It almost has like a Homer Simpson mouth, two eyeballs, and I can see the eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
So, do y'all see anything in that? Do you see anything in it, Jesse?
Well,
Jesse Lou?
I could
Jesse
definitely
Lou
see
who?
the. You're a dork. Yes, I could see the eyes. I could see the mouth. I could see the eyebrows. It almost looked like it had a really long neck, though.
So, does everybody think that that photograph is that pareidolia, or is that an actual creature? Fake or not fake? That'd probably be easier for people to type. I couldn't spell pareidolia if I had to. That's one of them $5 words right there. We don't talk like that around here. Hey, I heard one of the other guys, one of the other podcasters, finally got his tree decorated this year. He done it different than everybody else did. Said he wanted to be different, wanted to be unique and everything. So he decorated his tree with nothing but red wreaths, you know, circles on his tree because he wanted to be different than everybody else. I thought that was kind of a unique idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
Might be trying to catch a DDS. I'm not sure.
Could be.
Let's
Gotta watch
see.
out for those.
Yeah, yeah, they carry a lot of things. We'll talk about that on the show coming up. Uh, everybody, okay, they're saying paranormal. It's something. So I think people are kind of split on this one. All right, so now we're into the audio. Are you ready for the audio, Mom? Are you ready for this? Try to get her woke up. Can you hear their music over there? They're talking. I thought y'all
Yep.
could. All right. It might be Kaylee. She's sitting over there too. They're making me nervous. Okay. Tell me if you hear. Just tell me what you hear, and we'll see if I hear the same thing. Here it is. Roll that footage.
Yeah. I can hear yeah.
Okay, I agree. I do hear yeah.
And I'm not sure if the voice in the background is yeah or ma.
I hear Mike.
Oh, okay.
Do you hear that?
It was hard to quite make out.
Would you like to hear it again?
Sure.
Listen for Mike and see if that's what you hear.
It could be. I don't know. I just
Not for sure.
no.
You hear
Not quite.
anything, Mom? She don't hear the last part. I don't think real good either. Okay, the next audio clip we're gonna play is another thing that's weird to me is why is it saying yeah? I mean,
Well,
what?
but oh, I was trying to go through them earlier and hear what was going on right prior to some of these sound captures, but I was this one Was this recording the one from yesterday, or is this from the day before?
Day before. There is no material from yesterday yet.
Oh, okay. So, oh, these are all from, okay. So, if that's the same yeah that I had recorded or I had documented, there wasn't actually anything really said prior to that. I don't have
So
anything.
if it's saying yeah, and
Hmm.
it's not responding to us or responding to another voice, then are we only capturing half of a conversation that's going on around us?
Maybe. That scared me.
I saw you jump. It's okay. She's gonna take it to Kaylee's room with her. That thing scared me to death today. Uh, and I ask weird questions because it's really weird to me. Is why would you pick up an EVP of something just saying yeah, possibly mama? Is it saying yeah, mama? And we know that if you're deceased, that the dead know nothing. So why would it? We know what they are as a demon. Why would they be down there saying mama?
To draw you towards them as a.
It's like yeah, mama.
But they were two different voices.
Yeah, I agree. It sounds like there's one closer and then one further away.
Hmm.
So is it a conversation of mama and then yeah?
But that's not how it came across.
Be backwards. Be like, yeah, mama? I mean that it didn't make sense to me. I thought that was really weird. Make sense to you, mom? She said, what? I, I asked you if it made sense to you. Mom thinks they're communicating and we're catching just a part of it.
That could be.
All right,
Which
this next,
is
huh?
scary.
Well,
That's
yeah, I mean,
scary too.
it makes you think too about, Satan or Lucifer. The pipes inside of him made great music. Yeah. Yeah, Granny's one would whistle and then the other one would whistle back. Yeah, they would communicate. And why would it be in Kaylee's hallway today, scratching on stuff and beating on stuff? No, it ain't. She said something followed me. Um, I have another video clip, and he said it says "yep," like people were talking, and y'all. I don't know if y'all think of it the same way as I am, but I picture these to be familiar spirits back in that old time. You all saw the pictures back in that era. See, that's what I see when I'm down there. And I picture back then the guys would talk like that. Yep, yep. So are they familiar spirits mimicking as they do what they have heard? So let me play that footage for you. I don't hear a definitive yet.
I don't know. It almost sounds like it's saying two different things, like "yep" and then something else, or it's belching the two. But
It's already ate the first fisherman.
Um, yeah, it sounds like there's a yep and then something else.
Did you hear anything, Mom? Yeah, Mom just says indigestion, so we'll call that an inaudible recording. The next one we have, he says he hears it say, leave. This is where I think it's getting tired of us being down there.
When I went back through that video, I caught it saying leave at least four
Uh-huh.
times. I think there was one more. But this one was seemed to be responding directly to you. Because the first one was when you said, I'm here to do no harm, I'm just looking around. And
Uh-huh.
it responded back with leave. And then the other time was you had made a comment about the tall grass and how anything could walk up right on you. And it
Right.
said leave. And then there was the other time when I don't know what you were referring to, but you said you were saying something about this is exactly what I was not liking, or this was something I wasn't liking, and it said leave again. So it was responding almost directly to you as an environmental factor each time.
So if you're down there, this is another question I have. So if you're down there and these creatures are down there, how are you able to bother them or annoy them? Why would they be telling you to leave a particular area? What would be their reasoning in that?
You're disrupting their area. Their I don't know. That I don't
I
know.
mean,
I couldn't
are
even begin to fathom a guess.
because I mean, are they, are they starting? Are they doing something that you're interrupting that they don't want you to see them doing? And one of the things that comes to mind to me is the lights that appear and disappear down there that go up and down. Is that part of them? Are they doing something that you're not allowing them to do freely? Are you simply interrupting? Because I just can't see something that's supernatural telling you like, get out of here, you're bothering me, whenever it could go somewhere else very easily. You know what I mean? I mean, why would it protect a certain area? Is there an energy there? Is there Has something happened there that's holding them there? Is there a cemetery there? Was a ritual done there? Did somebody die there? I mean, what is so important about these hot spots? Why do we have hot spots? If they're able to maneuver around the world and they're able to be free for now, why do we have hot spots?
I don't know if they can maneuver around the world as freely as we think, but well, so with the theory of them lurking in the shadows and feeling safe in the shadows, and that's their safe spot, their safe space. If there's somebody walking through the darkness and the shadows with a bright flashlight disrupting their safe space, wouldn't it be the same as somebody walking through your home, disrupting your home, your safe space?
But are we actually
I mean, I'm not saying that they belong there. I'm just
right?
saying,
And it makes you wonder: are we invading their space? Or is it a step further? If the woods and the deserts and the places that are not occupied, I'm probably going to get in trouble for YouTube for this, but you're welcome, Janice. I'm going to go into this. If they are occupied areas, and then you have the unoccupied areas, and these places are the dry areas where God and Jesus said these evil spirits are cast away to the dry places.
Mhm.
And then you look up Hebrew for the dry places, and you research it. The dry places only means places that are not occupied, away, to be away from. So if they're being sent out there, if you will, or banished or whatever's happening, and then it's not the fact that you're down there fishing, not the fact that you're down there hunting or camping or any of that. It's merely the fact that you're down there hunting them. You're looking for them. I mean, if you go down there to fish, right, and you don't have a cryptid on your mind, and this is just a theory, and you don't have a cryptid on the mind, are you still going to have the same EVPs and encounters that an investigator is going to have that's going down there and making calls, using equipment and stuff to capture them things? Is there a feeling with these things that, okay, he come down here to fish, he's doing his thing, okay, whatever, and then it's like, oh man, this guy's down here, he's trying to find us, and he's shining infrared lights everywhere, and he's whistling at us, and he's whooping at us, and he's mocking us, and I can't stand humans anyways.
Well, I mean, compared to many stories and experiences that have been shared over the last how many years, um, it's pretty pretty solid that it's the ones that are fishing that are getting the worst of the encounters. Not even the hunters or the investigators. It's the fishermen or people that are out there fishing that are getting harassed by whatever's out there.
Right. And they say that demons are known for making a hissing sound. Listen to this. To me, that's disturbing. That's, by the
Yeah.
way, that is some of the sounds that he said that are higher than what humans can make.
Yeah, that one didn't sound. It kind of reminds me of death, the death whistle.
Right. Shut up. Right. And he said that it was higher than it should be.
Hmm.
That kind of started bothering me when we started getting into that. But I also noticed in this other audio where he said that there was dogs and owls. Right. To me, something sounds off. These dogs and owls don't sound like dogs and owls to me. I think they sound off. Y'all let me know what you think in the chat. Off or on? On for, yeah, that's what they are, or off, that's not what they are. But It sounds off to me, and I may be wrong, but it just didn't sound right to me. It sounded like something else. And here, I'll go ahead and play that.
Yeah, that definitely sounded off. When
It
you were
sounded
down,
weird.
well, when you were down there, you had said something in regards to the owls
Yeah,
from.
like the owls started in, but they didn't sound like owls. It was like something trying to sound like an owl.
Uh huh.
It was really weird. Uh, Barbie B said it's off for sure, and it sounded off to me. Now we're going to start moving into what I think is, we'll call him the stalker, the growler, the talker. And some of y'all may not want to hear this, so I don't blame you. It's up to you. But this is going to be a growl with some really strange background noise, possibly listening into wherever this is coming from. So here we go. Now this is the. I'm sorry. This will be the grunt with chatter. My mistake.
Mm. That was not the grunt with chatter.
No. So what is that?
That was leave. Did you play the right clip?
Yeah, I was saying leave.
Yeah. So what
That's the
happened to
second.
that?
There's two leaves. I think I got it mixed up. That's
Oh,
two different. Yeah. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. For some reason, it's playing the same as the other one. So okay, so we get up to the point to where we're hearing these growls, and what we had was a growl that sounds like what y'all heard saying leave, except for it was a growl.
mm-hmm.
This is the point to where I start, really, it starts bothering me, and I want y'all to hear this. So get ready for this one. You don't know what I am. 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 It
The
almost
first,
sounds like something laughing in the background too.
yeah. So the first time I heard it, I thought it was saying the same thing twice. But now, listening to it again through the recordings, it sounds like it's saying two different things. It's saying, you don't know what I am, you don't know what I know, and then there's something laughing in the background.
That is crazy. You don't know what I am, and you don't know what I know.
I think it's saying two different things now that I listen to it more closely.
That is wild. So
Randy
here's the
says play.
last.
Randy says
Oh,
play it again.
okay.
You don't know what I am. 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 You don't know what I am.
Yep. Randy says he can hear it.
Well, that is disturbing. You don't know what I am, and you don't know what I know. It's like it's saying, I'm a lot smarter than you.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, if they're spirits of the old, they've been here how long? The beginning of us.
Yeah.
You don't know what I am, and you don't know what I know.
That's definitely creepy.
I don't like
I've
that.
I've never heard an EVP captured like that before.
You can have him.
No,
I don't want
no. I'd rather take the cat.
him. Well, here's y'all one right here that is the last one we saved for last. It's going to blow Chad up on this one, no doubt. Here we go.
There's two. Okay, guys. That sounds just like a kid. There's two. Okay, guys. That sounds just like a kid.
That was very, very creepy. I almost got this image of just the kid and the screaming nightmares.
That is crazy. I mean, that's. You think that was the kid screaming?
I don't think. I don't know.
And if he was screaming, why was he so upset? And then all of a sudden, I see you.
Could Okay, I'm just putting this out there because my brain is now all over the place. could these demon entities that are down there be reliving the last moments of death of children that were possibly down there?
I believe that, yeah, they would have been there, and they would have been familiar spirits, and they would have witnessed it,
So
and
then
they would definitely be able to mimic it and to use it to, deceive you, or to even if they get a thrill out of it,
that's what I'm saying, is to use it as their own entertainment because they
Right,
know that it's going to bother other people that go
right.
down there. Just a thought. The curtain's
Well,
bugging you. Sorry, Randy. Let me.
something's going to come in and get you. So, I mean, is everybody good with hearing that? Did y'all want to hear that kid again, or are you ready to move on? If
Oh,
you want to move on, give us a number one. If you want to hear the kid again, number two. But I think there's definitely something evil going on. Uh, I think they're a bunch of number ones.
It wouldn't be a Wendigo. Wendigos are typically cold weathered snow type cryptids.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a familiar spirit playing out something that might have happened down there a long time ago. Uh, and this is going to be disturbing for a lot of people. But the I see you could have been the kid playing a game with other siblings or something, hide and go seek or something. I see you, and then you have the screaming, which could have been the child getting hurt that led to the demise of the child, and you have something that is portraying both spots in that kid's life or whatever.
Time is not linear in the spiritual realm, so
I mean, it could be even to the point to where like a parrot repeats everything it hears, but not necessarily in order. So
mhm.
have these entities that are familiar spirits, have they picked up certain sounds that they just go around and they're just but I would think that they're more intelligent than that, that they would use it more methodically, and I believe it's used as a weapon. It's weaponized to hurt your faith, to instill fear, and to gain energy off of your fear. Uh, why would it do that? Well, it's doing that to scare you. Now, my question is, since I'm not hearing these things as they're doing it, do they know that I'm not hearing them, or do they think that I am hearing them?
I don't know. Maybe you should ask them next time you're down there.
You know,
I don't know.
because if they think I'm hearing them, then they obviously think that I'm just ignoring them, or they may know. They may know, and I feel more like they probably know. I don't think they're dumb. I think they have a lot of knowledge, probably knowledge that we don't even have.
Know that you're recording them and that you'll take that back and find that once you get back.
Right? I think so. It's crazy. Guys, that's all the pictures and photographs I have. If anybody wants to come on tonight and share a story, put in big capital letters, I have a story. The moderators will catch it if I miss it and let me know. But just put, I have a story. I'll send you the link. Tomorrow night's going to be a crazy night, guys. I'm not going to lie. Walking down there, going into Halloween night, a forbidden place, a long ways alone. There's a lot that can go wrong. Uh, So I hope that y'all will tune in and watch that. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy night, no doubt. It's not going to be a crazy night. I think Sarah's, kind of like I am. We're excited to do it, but we also know what can happen. So it could be very, very, very interesting. It'll all be live. Sharon, it starts at 11:40 p.m. tomorrow night Central Time. That's when we'll start the walk. And another thing, y'all, we're driving down, getting out into the dark, not being there during the day, seeing what's there and letting dark come over us. We're going down 20 minutes till midnight of Halloween, not knowing what's going on here, and we're going to take off trekking through the woods through all these hot spots we've investigated with you guys. So this could be a really, really nightmarish walk. Uh, does anybody want to come on the show tonight? Do you have anything you'd like to say, talk about, share an encounter? If you do, I will share the link with you. Yes, Mush, we will make sure that we do put the armor of God on.
The cat would like to share its story.
Right, Cat, I tell you, I'd like to share a story with it. It's right outside. Yeah, Sharon, it's a cat. She's been driving me crazy all night. Where else can you go on a podcast and listen to a cat scream all night? It must be abnormal.
Nobody wants to share a story?
I don't see anybody, so if nobody wants to share a story, guys, we're going to start wrapping it up. Um, that's really all I've got.
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything either. We are working on getting a three panel to come in to have a three panel conversation. We're looking for a third right now, so we should be getting that wrapped up too. So we're working on that. All right. I don't see anybody saying I have a counter I want to share.
No.
Yep, you're exactly right, Randy. We want to thank each and every one of you for showing up tonight. We greatly appreciate your support for the Abnormal Investigations channel. God bless you and God bless your families. Amen to that. Definitely.
Amen.
All right. Well, she going to replay the screams. I won't be replaying them, but you'll be able to hear the screams on the show after we end it, and I'll also be dropping them to Patreon. They will be in Patreon. That way, for anybody who wants to go back, dissect them, listen to them, or anything else. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and end it.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yep. You have anything you want to say, Jess, before we jump out of here?
No, just everyone have a good night.
See them tomorrow night.
Yep. See y'all tomorrow night, and yeah, that's about it.
All right, guys. I want to thank each and every one of you for your support. It means a whole lot to us. You know, I hope everybody got a pumpkin this year. There wasn't a shortage. I think Walmart double stocked this year. Had security on standby. Yeah. Mom said to tell you good night, Randy. And I think Walmart had everything covered. Um, so hopefully everybody got pumpkin pies, pumpkin rolls, or whatever. There's a lot of rolls.
Good that they did that this year. Good that they did that this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of rolls there.
Yeah.
And they wanted to make sure everybody got some. But yeah, I think that's just about everything. Yeah, I probably better take off right here, guys. I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow night. It's gonna be an adventure. I might even push a little bit, see what we can get, see if we can get something to follow us, something to show itself. But
sorry in advance, Sarah.
We'll see what's going to happen. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Keep your head on a swivel. Don't be something's dinner. and we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for
Good night.
watching.